Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Plants vs. Zombies 2. Today is the 15th of August, 2013, which is the official release date of the game. And we are getting started. PopCap Games presents a little preview of things to come. Oh my goodness gracious. It's no secret, many of you know that I am a huge fan of the first Plants vs. Zombies game. And like so many other PvZ heads, I have been foaming at the mouth for this sequel for the better part of a year now. Ever since we first heard about it, which was incidentally about a year ago today. You know, for the longest time, every time you would Google anything about this game, you would get those same 3 articles that were all written on, like, August 12th, 2012. Anyway, well, I'm actually going to play through the fundamentals here, just for completionist's sake. Yeah, for Gerard's sake. Just because I don't want to miss anything, if you know what I mean. For those who don't know, Plants vs. Zombies is a tower defense style game, in which you collect sun, and you plant plants. Those plants will protect your lawn from zombies who will try to invade. If the zombies get to your house, you lose. Good day, sir. But I think the game's pretty much explaining that just fine. Now, this may give me a chance to talk about some necessary things that need to be talked about here, which, number one, you know, I said there was going to be some necessary things to talk about, but truth to tell, I didn't really have anything necessary in mind. I am playing this on an iPhone 5, which is, for now, for the time being, that's the only way you can play the game, is on an iOS device. You cannot play it on an Android, which took me about, 6 hours of doodling around before I finally realized that. Because I spent all this time trying to figure out how am I going to capture my Android. Like, capture the video of it. And then come to find out, the game is not even on Android. It's on iOS, so drove out to Best Buy this morning to trade in my Galaxy Note 2 for iPhone 5. And they were going to take it, except that the condition of my iPhone was not exactly up to snuff, because apparently I let the adapter sit in some grease from this really nasty pork roast that I accidentally overcooked a couple days ago. And some of the grease from that pork roast, and this is a totally true story, I know this sounds completely unbelievable, but some of the grease from that got onto the adapter, and for whatever reason I didn't notice that it was there, because it was only on one side of the adapter. So I stuck the adapter and the USB port back in the box, stuck the phone back in there thinking, okay, as long as this looks semi-presentable, maybe they'll be willing to take it on a trade-in. And that's exactly, he looked in the box and he saw the phone, he was like, okay, we can probably do this. Then he goes back behind the counter, behind the doors, whatever. Comes back like 5 minutes later and shows me, or he says he talked to his manager, and she said no trade-in if he's going to trade it back looking like that. And sure enough, when he showed it to me, I saw that grease splotch on the adapter, and like I hadn't even peeled the plastic thing off of the adapter, so the grease was like stuck up in between the adapter itself and the plastic casing, whatever you call it. So anyway, long story short, I couldn't trade it in, so I'm just like, okay, I want to buy the iPhone 5 on the spot. He's like, you really want to do that? I'm like, yeah. Because that's how bad I wanted to play this game. So, 2 hours and $600 later, here we are. And I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies 2. And let me tell you something. I'm happy. So far, this game seems to be very true to the original, which is good. The music is the same. It's a little bit more of an accordion sound to it this time, which I like. I like that a lot. But it's still, you know, that relaxing sound that just makes you feel like, you know, like even if the zombies did get to your house, oh well, at least it's summer, right? Because that's all that really matters. So, word of advice, though, if you're going to play this, and actually, dude, I'm trying to drag that plant. Word of advice, if you're going to play this, cut your fingernails. Make sure you do that. Otherwise, this thing is not going to recognize you're pointing at all. Even now, it's still taking me a little time to get used to it. I would have liked to be able to actually control what I was doing on the PC instead of on the phone. But no, I actually have to use my finger on the phone. So unfortunately, you won't be able to see any kind of cursor on the screen to see where I am or what I'm doing. What is this? I didn't see this in the... Huh. Wait! Yeah, wait indeed. Those bass ackwards plants are in the way. Drag the shovel onto a plant to remove it. Let's do that if we can. Like I said, it takes a little... Man. It's a little getting used to try to get it to... Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad. Let me exit out this thing on my PC here. Is trying to make me do something. Whatever. So, sunflowers going out here. As you can see, the strategy is very similar to the first game. You start by planting sunflowers, and the sun becomes your expendable resource for planting other plants, such as repeaters and stuff, to defend yourself. And as the game goes on, they creatively introduce more elements like walnuts, which will slow the zombies down, because walnuts take a really long time to eat. Unfortunately, they have no firepower aspect to them, so they're really only good for defending if you're in a tight pinch. Which I don't think we are at this point. Let me see, do they still take 10 hits? Yes, they do. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful! I don't know how many of you guys might have played Plants vs. Zombies Adventures on Facebook, but I did. And it was pretty fun. One thing that this game has in common with Plants vs. Zombies Adventures is that there are going to be plants that are available for real cash. Like, you can actually spend real money to get more powerful, like, upgrades to make the game easier. I'm going to refrain from using any of that in my playthrough of this game because I don't want to have an advantage that some players might not have access to, because that wouldn't be fair. So we're playing this on the bare minimum here, and maybe in the future, you know, in bonus episodes or something, I can show some of those extra goodies, those plants, those power-ups, and what they do. And I'll definitely show those. But for the time being, I would like to beat the game legitimately, the way that a broke person would have to. So, there you go. Not sure how far we're going to get in this video. It's, not even sure what time I'm up to, actually. I'm not collecting my son, either. I'm kind of looking back and forth between the PC and the iPhone, because I can see what's going on better on the PC. But if I actually want to do something, I gotta look down at the iPhone and make sure I do it. So, like, probably a walnut right here would be good, because, I love the walnuts in this game. They're just so cute. They're looking all over. The walnuts in this game are like Smooth McGroove, man. Yeah, because they're always looking all around and stuff. Now, see, this is good. If I hadn't planted that walnut, he probably would have bludgeoned right on through and started working away on those plants. Obviously, if it was a plant, that would have been dead by now, because it doesn't take long for zombies to eat your plants if they get to them. Yes. One of my personal favorites, the potato mine. A very welcome addition to the arsenal. And with that, I believe we are caught up to where the game would normally start you. If you didn't take the tutorial. Yes. So here we are. Now the real game begins. Whoops, didn't mean to plant that out so far. Oh man, it's so good to be playing this again, oh my god. Hopefully maybe I can try to not suck so much this time, but then again, you know, I don't even realize I'm sucking when I'm doing it, so... That's what she said? No, I don't think so. But, yeah, I'll do my best, though. And if my best ain't good enough, well, then suck it. A lot of the same general rules apply here. There's really nothing too different. I mean, if you played the first game, you know exactly what's going on here. And this should be pretty much a breeze. Why did I do that? I was trying to plant a sunflower, but I misplaced my finger. You know, watch what you're doing with those fingers, boy. So now he's not even going to get to the potato mine. But that's okay. It'll be there for insurance later. Which is always good. It's always good to have one out. No. Don't do that. I'll do one of these, though. Just have something out there. Man, if this video turns out worth a crap, it's gonna be a miracle. So, I don't even know, man. I mean, I did a test recording and it was fine, but still, I can't help but worry. Because that's just how I am. Of course, it probably doesn't help that I'm uploading at the same time as I'm recording, which is never a good idea. But I just couldn't wait, man. I wanted to play this game. Oh, this is so good, this music and everything. We're not gonna have no singing episodes this time. We might, I don't know. It's just so impossible not to sing along to the music in this game, though. As we all know. Well, maybe don't know, but, some of you might not know this, actually, but I've actually... The composer of the music for Plants vs. Zombies 1 actually saw my videos of Plants vs. Zombies 1 online, which is really cool. So, that was really kind of an honor, that knowing that she got to see, and it is a girl that did it, so... Which makes it all the more brilliant. I really, really hope that the bowling song made it onto this game, I don't know. The one with the, like, fast-paced piano. That would be pretty cool. Oh, we got a bucket head here. Make sure we're prepared for that. Those bucket heads are not nice, as you may well remember. And they're especially bad in Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. Plants vs. Zombies Adventures is actually a Facebook version of the game. It plays kind of like Farmville. It's like 3D. So there's different, like, things going on as far as, like, how you plant your plants and things like that. I won't really get into it. I was gonna make some videos of that game, but I never did. Maybe I should have, I don't know. I guess if anybody wanted to see that, maybe I could, but I've basically beaten the game at this point, so... There we go. Collect coins, buy cool stuff later. Here they come. Watch your backs. Just look for the ones with the most powerful zombies and put all your artillery there, which is pretty much the opposite of what I just did. So, just do as I say, not as I do. That should be my new tagline. Do as I say, not as I do. Because that pretty much encapsulates my LPs in general. Just keep collecting that sun, baby. I always remembered the sun was a lot harder to come by in Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. Excuse me. But, what can you really do about it, though, you know? The thing I didn't like about Plants vs. Zombies Adventures, though, was just the fact that, like, with every level you had to start your lawn over again. but you didn't get to keep. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, it's not that I didn't like it, but I'm gonna borrow my hot sauce, huh? This taco. Oh my god. You didn't even give me a chance to put the hot sauce on it, though, dude. I want to eat that taco again. I need my time machine. If you want to eat that taco again, why don't you just go buy another one? Jeez. Let me postulate. Oh my god. This is the most ridiculous plot to any video game that I've ever seen. Back in time to re-eat a taco. Because I don't care if you're full, just eat it, woohoo! That doesn't smell right. Yeah, you know what I'm about to say there. These plants are made for planting. So we go back in time to eat a taco, and there happen to be zombies here. And so now we just have to fight the zombies. And we have pyramid-style lawnmowers. I guess I could play one of these levels just to show you what's in store here. Because, let me tell you, there's some real crazy crap going on. This is where they'll start to introduce some of the new concepts here. And believe me, there's some new stuff. It'll take you by surprise a little bit, but, just have to keep your wits about you. And don't panic, and make sure you get your protection out as soon as possible. Or just get your, you know, artillery, whatever. Start with the top row. The zombies sound really scary in this level, too. Okay, so this guy here coming up in the top right corner. Look how he's pulling the sun away. Now, if you can grab it fast enough, he won't get it. But if he gets enough of it, I think something happens. I'm not sure what. I don't think I want to know, actually, but... Shoot, I thought he was on the third row. Apparently I need to watch a little closer. Because my hand was covering up the other side of the screen as I was dragging the plant down, so I couldn't really look. Then again, that's just something you gotta learn to deal with. I would imagine if you're left-handed, this might actually be easier to play. Because your hand wouldn't be blocking the view of the zombies as you were dragging the plants down to plant them. But again, that's something we just gotta learn to deal with. So, there we go, that's pretty good so far. Lots of sun in this level. I think there's actually more sun dropping from the sky than usual in this level, which would make sense given the fact that it's a desert level. So that's actually pretty cool. Which makes it all the more appropriate for it to be the first level, because it'll be easier because of the extra sun. But, you know, just because there's extra sun doesn't mean you get to slack on planting those sunflowers. Make sure you plant them. Oh, no, don't do that. That. Plus, you'll also have to figure out really quickly, like, which zombies are the conehead equivalents, which ones are bucket heads, and just kind of traipse those out so you can be sure. Oh, don't think about it. You ain't getting my sun. You can try all you want. I mean, I'm tempted to actually let him grab it and see what happens. I would imagine he probably shoots a beam that destroys your plants or something. Whatever it is, it sounds kind of scary, but, I think we're pretty much set for this level. Man, oh man, I can't even believe that I'm playing this right now. It's just crazy to think about. Yeah, that wave of zombies just comes. Man, in the first game, they would have given you some time for the letters to disappear. And this one, they just get right down to brass tacks. Which is good. I like it. A little more fast-paced. I'd really love a stump right about now. I'd really love a few stumps. Didn't mean to plant that there, but it worked. Oh, what have we got? Looks like a map. But wherever could it lead to? Parchment of ancient lands with cosmic implications. Cosmic as in, like, Cosmic Cove? And this would be where they took a few notes from Plants vs. Zombies Adventures, apparently. As we now have an overworld map to choose our levels from, so... And what's even cooler... Dude, I don't want to get your taco, you're crazy, man. Next level has unlocked, but if you want to, scroll down and have yourself a nice little tour if you want. See, there's a lot of branching paths here, eventually leading to the other side. And of course the Sphinx is a zombie, because, well, why not? I'm not sure what the Capitol building is doing out here, but... okay. So at any rate, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Sorry to stop it so soon, but, you know, I gotta keep these things paced, and I wanna make sure this video turns out anyway. I don't wanna sit here and record 45 minutes and then it turn out to be crap. So yeah, so next time on Plants vs. Zombies 2, we take on Level 2. See you guys later.